Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today is a very different one though. As some of you guys might have seen on social media, I've decided to leave the Mercedes F1 esports team after 3.5 years, over 3.5 years actually. And yeah, obviously it wasn't an easy decision to make because I always thought I was gonna be with Mercedes for the rest of my esports career. But yeah, I felt like the past year already that it might be better for me to leave the team. And yeah, it might be better for us both. So you know, we achieved a lot together. F1 esports champions, drivers and constructors, Vita and R League champions on Assetto Corsa. E-Race of Champions on Assetto Corsa, second in Formula Accelerate. So yeah, 3.5 beautiful years together. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me with Mercedes. Of course, I hope you guys will still support me with the next team I'm going to be joining. I'm going to be announcing that within a month. So you guys are just gonna have to wait off a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm obviously not retiring, as some people said on social media. Oh, maybe he's stopping, but I'm still gonna be here. I hope you guys will be here still as well. And yeah, all I want to say is big thank you to everyone who supported me over the 3.5 years. And I hope there's another beautiful 3.5 years coming. Hope you guys enjoyed the past 3.5 years. Of the little montage that is coming, the highlights of my time with Mercedes. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys in around 2 hours for the first league race on F1 24 on my Twitch channel. So hope to see you guys then. Ciao.
Let's get back underway for a 2-lap sprint to the end. It's Barry in control, De Capua P2, Opmir on brand new soft tyres in P10. Settle in, here goes Barry, green flag drops, 2 laps to go.
Yes, pedal to the metal for the second time in this Grand Prix. Barry Burman getting away well, not very quick though for Alessio De Capua with Longue warming up the tyres in behind. In comes Opmir straight away, straight to the jugular he says. He goes up into P9, brilliant work there for the Dutchman, and he flies again. He has got Caraton right ahead of him here, smartly dispatched. The Dutchman flies down the outside, heading into what will be turn 3. Brilliant from Jarno. 2 places gained, pace in abundance. The Mercedes is on a flyer, Jack.
Yeah, and remember, of course, there's no DRS because we've been behind the safety car, so he's got to get it done in the corners as we go to another penalty for Dylan Warren. That's not going to go well for him. We're going to have 1 lap to go across the line next time by. Opmir he still will lead the championship going into Brazil, but the question is by how much going into the start. Here he comes, although he's tapped Sousa in the back. He goes sideways, so close between the both of them, just the pace advantage. It was Opmir getting caught out with the pace disadvantage by Sousa. Here he comes through the chicane. He's absolutely no contest once again. Here comes Opmir inside line. Sousa's going to try and defend with everything he's got. This is for position in this Grand Prix. Opmir late on the brakes, up the inside. Sousa fights it. He can't though. Up to P7 goes Jarno Opmir, and that will be P5 after penalties.
Absolutely mega stuff here. We're going to be certainly heading out here on another lap, and certainly as we now witness them head round now the final lap. Here comes Jarno again. The Flying Dutchman on the final lap goes clear of Andreas Dormeyer on the fresh soft tyres into turn 1 now. Warren up next, half a second the deficit. It's coming down by the moment. Jarno flying here with 1 lap left on the final lap, should I say. The Dutchman straight for the jugular goes up to P5 behind his teammate Danny Moreno. A sensation, a marvel, magnificent. It's Jarno up into P4. Magic here in the Australian Grand Prix.
Team orders at Mercedes, and I wouldn't count out a podium yet. This is sensational from Jarno Opmir. Let's watch as we come through the last few sectors. Barry's gonna watch his mirrors here. Here he goes through the chicane, over towards the last few corners right now. Longue's in trouble now as they come towards the chicane. No DRS for Jarno Opmir just yet. Settle in, watch the deficit as they come to the chicane. Into the left, into the right. Here comes Opmir. He's gonna get it sideways with the overtake on. He's gonna try and get through P3 from Nicholas Longue. He defends into the inside. Here he goes. He gets it done. P3 and a podium for Jarno Opmeer. Sensational overtake in the last few corners. But wow, what has gone on from last on the grid to P3? But it will be Barry Bourmand who wins the Australian Grand Prix. De Capo is second. Opmeer, sensational P3.
Absolutely pandemonium here in Australia. Jarno Opmeer, I have never seen anything like this in all my life. The history of commentating on league racing, esports, my mind has been absolutely obliterated. Jarno Opmeer, the Flying Dutchman, last to a podium, P3. If that does not make your mind explode, folks, I do not know what will. The Flying Dutchman has done it in superior fashion into P3. Bourmand has won the Grand Prix, but what a mesmeric performance, Jack. No question. Driver of the day.
Here comes Jarno. What's his sector 2? It's purple by a 10th. Jarno Opmeer's on an absolute flyer. Barry Bourmand is down by 2/10 in sector number 1. It's not enough by the looks of it. Here comes Jarno Opmeer. Will this be pole in Brazil for the Dutchman? He comes across the line. It is a 105.616, a 10th ahead of Nicholas Longe.
Here in this last race of the PSGL PC Championship, 15 laps is what remains. It certainly has been a hustle, a tussle, but certainly as they bustle their way down the stretch, in behind you can see there Jarno Opmeer once again behind Barry Bourmand. Still Nicholas Longe frustrating all of them here. They're back in grid order. Barry going deep here into turn 1. Jarno down the outside. This is crucial. The Flying Dutchman, the Dutchman, he's done it into P2. He goes ahead of Barry Bourmand on the medium tyres and heads his way down towards the City of Delago. But Barry's back at him, Jack.
What a move, Jarno Opmeer around the outside into turn 1. Does one over on Barry Bourmand, and that will seal the title if it finishes like this. At Brazil coming down towards Jungchao for the last time. What a phenomenal season. What a phenomenal race. What a phenomenal day of racing towards the final corner. It's Caraton who wins, but it is Jarno Opmeer, champion of the PSGL PC season. He's done it at Brazil with a phenomenal drive to P3. Barry is fourth. He tried, but it's not enough. Caraton wins. Opmeer is the champion.
The crowds go absolutely potty here in Brazil. The Dutchman has done it. The Flying Dutchman has done it. The first PSGL PC World Championship has been won by that man, donned in black. The Mercedes that has tickled the top end so many times this season takes the Drivers' Championship in phenomenal fashion. He says they now come up towards lane com. Longe still holding on to that P6 at least for now. In comes the Dutchman though. Jarno Opmeer down the outside of Filip Brejna, taking no prisoners, and Filip Brejna, the Slovakian, drops down to P9. Jarno making places. He's busting a move. The Flying Dutchman is on a charge, Jack.
Denoso now trying to get past Vallejo down towards La Source. Looks to the inside. The Chilean goes up the inside of the McLaren. Can he get the job done? The answer is yes. Vallejo tries to get back at him now. Opmeer with oodles of traction straight through Blas Ruben Vallejo and up to P7.
Yep, certainly is. The Dutchman flying now, and he might get another chance this time on Fabrizio Denoso, the Chilean now, as they make their way up towards Kemmel. Here comes Jarno Opmeer now, as they make their way up the hill, the high elevation charge of this Belgian Grand Prix circuit of Spa. Opmeer opted for the inside line, heading into the Lake-Con bends, but not enough to topple Denoso, who holds on, but still he's chewing, biting on the rear of that Alpine now. Denoso tries to defend to the inside line, switch back from Jarno, down to the next right to Bruchel's. Brilliant from the Dutchman, up into P6. Wow, on the soft tyres, sensational move, Jack Kinnan.
Whoa, I tell you what, Denoso made that as hard as he could for Jarno there, but Jarno using the grip of the soft tyres and brilliant racecraft gets himself past Fabrizio Denoso. Now he's got to negotiate his teammate Nicholas Longe. Denoso's teammate, that is next up on his list. Denoso is trying to make that as hard as possible to keep him behind the Alpines here. Onto the power they go again. Blakely goes a bit defensive. Benham is still keeping him honest here, but Jarno now being super patient behind these guys. These guys are fighting for position as well, but he's on a different strategy. But it's going to be a case now. When does Jarno decide to go for the move? Does he go for it now? Yes, he does. Inside of Brussels, Benham leaves him the room. There's a little bit, there's surely not space there. There is. Opmeer makes the space onto the traction. Superb from Jarno Opmeer.
That is sensational, Jack. He's done it so many times before, but he's done it again on the All-Star Jake Benham. Both of them tying at the top end in Q3 in qualifying, but Opmeer, the better man, heading through that.
Yeah, you can see Jarno Opmeer off the exit of turn number 3. He's looking onto the back of Room Vallejo, possibly to the outside line of the hairpin. He goes deep on the brakes. Has he made this move stick around the outside line? I think he has. Jarno Opmeer into P6, and that puts a car in between himself and Danny Moreno. And now Moreno's got a mountain to climb if he wants to take this back the way of Jarno Opmeer. Don't count him out here because Danny Moreno's trying to swing back at him, as is Jarno Opmeer on Dylan Warren up the inside into turn number 1. Dylan Warren tucking him on the switch, backing up the inside at turn number 2. Wheel to wheel between the pair of them in towards a switching left-hander of turn number 3. Side by side off the exit. Can Dylan Warren get the run? Not quite. Jarno Opmeer into P5. He has come alight on the set. The soft combat tyres.
And now, Jarno Opmeer going for the move now on John Evans as they make their way out of turn 11. The Ferrari on medium tyres, stiff battling between the pair. Jarno Opmeer's done him down the bend now out of turn 13. Exquisite from the Dutchman. Save him as they end their way down towards turn 14 now. Here comes Jarno Opmeer again, down the inside now, into turn 14. Incredible, as well as Sebastian Job trying to close on Lucas Blakely, but Opmeer's up into P3. This has been, as he goes alongside now the AlphaTauri, heading down the straight now, nothing separates them. Jarno's in P2, folks, Jarno in P2.
He now could be looking onto the back of Lucas Blakely, whose tyres are not looking in good condition. 3 tenths is the gap between Jarno Opmeer and Lucas Blakely as now they round the final corner for the penultimate time. The final lap now begins. Jarno Opmeer closing onto the back of Lucas Blakely into turn number 1. Not close enough to make a gap stick, but he is closing. He is trying to go for this move, and the difference in tyres is going to be detrimental for Blakely. He's held on all he can. He's fended off pressure from the likes of John, but it could all come to an end as Jarno Opmeer closing up to the back of him.
He could well do. This would be one of the more dramatic finishes to a PSGL race we have ever seen. One final lap, and look who's behind the Dutchman, a familiar foe from previous seasons. It's Nicolas Longuet, folks. Incredible. We're watching something that we would never have expected at the start of a Grand Prix. Lap 28 of 28, a final safety car that allowed Opmeer to make a change and go onto a soft set of tyres. Lucas Blakely has got to defend for his life here. He knows the Dutchman is in behind. They're making their way down through towards turn 11, rising up through the bends. A flick of the rear from Lucas Blakely. They're now sensing it. I'm sensing it. You're sensing it in the live chat. Jarno Opmeer now for the final time down the long straight in behind Lucas Blakely. It's a battle of the Titans. They make their way down towards the hairpin bend. Can Lucas Blakely defend? Opmeer around the outside now and makes it happen. He's up into P1. The Dutchman has done it, but Lucas Blakely on the switchback. I'm losing my voice, but it's all worth it. Jarno ran the final corner. He has won. He has won the absolutely amazing race. Chinese Grand Prix elect Jarno Opmeer is your winner of the Chinese Grand Prix.
With that one there, Jarno Opmeer, he's cleared the gap, and now with one race to go, Jarno Opmeer, he is a 2-time PSGL World Champion. What a win for him today. He takes celebration in style, and coming off an awful race last week where he made contact with his teammate, he kept his cool today and he celebrates atop the podium. He is your champion of the world.
History has been made yet again. A brilliant drive after a safety car. He did it last season in Australia. He's done it tonight at Shanghai in China. Jarno Opmeer, the champion of PSGL here this season. Yet again, exquisite stuff. In mind as well, Lucas Blakely. Barry Burman's in 4th place. Now, the key thing here is how is Jarno going to react? He's down into 13th. This was not in the plan, but certainly on soft tyres, he's going to have to go. Remember Australia last season, folks, or certainly the first season. It was incredible to see him move his way from the back of the grid. Remember, he did getting the last to a P3 podium in one of the most exhilarating races we have ever seen in league racing history. And certainly Jarno Opmeer now is going to go again. Soft tyres are quiet here for the Flying Dutchman. Makes his way down towards the Mistral chicane. The Mercedes up into P12 ahead of fellow Veloce Mantheimer shooter. And now he's going to get a burst of pace on. Next on his list, Simon Weigang.
Beresnay's just gone and done an outside manoeuvre on Luke Smith coming through the chicane Nord. Don't discount the second Ferrari yet. He's not done and dusted. My goodness me. Longuet right with Brendan Lee. These two have crossed swords for absolutely years on every Formula One stage you can think of. Clay has come in. Surely Parnell's going to do the same. No, Liam Parnell's opted to continue along with Haddad. Emulo has now got his name on the penalty board. There will be try that sentence again. There will be positions decided by penalties. There always are, unfortunately. Such is the nature of how hard you've got to push. But Jarno Opmeer has caught the back of Dario Emulo now, so he's now getting involved in the pack ahead of him. So the alternative strategy guys may not be out of it yet. I thought they'd be done and dusted, but their soft tyres are very, very fresh. And everyone ahead of them should be easy pickings. Here he goes. He's going to take Emulo before he even gets down to Virata Hotel. Don't discount the me of little faith. Don't discount the alternate strategy guys just yet.
No, not at all. Jarno Opmeer flying. This is why he is the Flying Dutchman. We've seen it on so many occasions. And the exit speed now onto the Mistral Straight. He'll open up the door on Luke Smith. They're looking on now at Alpine as the Mercedes shoots on by down the inside. And Jarno Opmeer now takes P8 here in the race. The gap between him and Glory is separated by a mere what can only be 9 seconds. You can see there Barry Burmand, technically net leader of this Grand Prix. Brendan Lee behind as well, but Jarno Opmeer with only a mere 4 laps remaining. He is on fast soft tyres. The journey starts here, folks. The battle starts here. Plenty of time to upset this result.
Oh my God, this has just been non-stop all race long. Is what we love here at PSGL F1. Parnell and Haddad are still circulating. Why? I don't get their strategy, but never mind about that. Look at this group that follows them. Borman, Lee, Longuet, Hughes, Opmeer out of nowhere just springs one on Beresnay. Smith is still there. Carrington is now in there now. Here comes Opmeer again. He's going to nail Wilson Hughes as if he's standing still. Opmeer absolutely flying. Benham now gets the fastest lap. Cannot say the sentence is fast enough for the action that we're seeing. This is Opmeer in a net 4th, staring at Longuet, Lee and Borman as they continue to argue who wants the podium positions. Oh no, that's Johnny Tormiller out of the running with that 3-second penalty. Oh my goodness me, all bets are off at this point as Longuet's gone a bit too deep, going out of the final turn before the Mistral show to say, and that's easy picking for Opmeer before they've even got DRS open.
Oh, no.
Is he going? Surely he's not going to try and size up the Ferrari. No, not quite. Slits behind Brendan Lee.
We got an EGO crash report. I do apologise, folks. We've lost the lobby. I do apologise. This is extraordinary.
I'll carry on I'm still in there, so I'll carry on doing a race report at the moment as Jarno Opmeer, the inside line of Luke Smith coming through the.
Well, we're now watching Jarno Opmeer. I'm actually running on board, and this is totally extraordinary, folks. Totally unfathomable. But he is currently on soft tyres and trying to bridge the gap between him and Danny Elliott right now. You can see him in the bottom right-hand corner. Look how composed he's
here. So all of the medium runners in behind. They're going to close up very soon because I think Opmeer has just about... Oh dear, Jarno's left the session.
Oh no! Disconnect for Jarno Opmeer as Paragic has swapped places with Carrington. Now Danny Moreno looking to do the same thing. Now notice that Paragic has got a lot of battery energy still left. So he's doing a great job of managing his ERS. He's hanging on to as much battery power as he can. Moreno's not got as much power at his advantage. But yeah, that's a very big surprise. You don't often see that from Jarno Opmeer. As you can quite clearly see, his car ghosted. He's rejoined the session, but that would have cost him at least one position on the road. And it looks like he's going to lose another one to Beresnay. Yep, there goes the Ferrari. Oh, I would imagine there's a few colourful words being said by the current champion.
Yeah, he's managed to get back in. And also his AI, I think, has messed him up because they just tend to default on the ERS usage, just have it always on when they can. If they have it, they burn it up, and now he's on 22%. a real dampener to his race, and he's lost a lot of time here. He's been able to get back in though, so his race isn't over. He's got to get his head down and hope for the best. He's still in the DRS train. It's not over for him. Well, he's in the DRS with Danny Berejny, who's only 1.3 seconds back from Benham. So do not discredit, do not count him out. Is all I can say at the moment. Oh, there could be 3 abreast here. As down the inside, no! Barry Burman manages to hold them off with his late braking maneuver. Contact between Moreno and Parajic off the exit and in towards turn number 6. No, Parajic stays ahead of Danny Moreno. Lap number 32 on towards lap 33. Next time by, we've got about 4 laps in this race. A penalty for Ronha.
Oh my goodness, Ronha now on the penalty board with Moreno. There goes Borman. Holy hell, he just flew past. Just whether Ronha was letting go or whether Ronha's now got a problem. Into the pits from Moreno. Oh no, then Moreno's retired the car. Well, I didn't expect that. I thought he might see the end of the race, but no, Danny Moreno has parked it with 4 laps remaining. So it's Carrington from Benham from Borman now. Oh my goodness, I did not expect that. Parajic now 4th, but with quite warm medium tyres. Ronha having an argument with Otmir for 5th position. Right behind them is Berejny. Good Lord.
What is going on in this race as Jarno Otmir finds himself re-overtaking Thomas Ronha. The sun begins to peek through the clouds. We thought we could see some rain, but it was not meant to be. We're going to continue in dry conditions for the last 3 and a bit laps in this Grand Prix. Joni Tomala gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to really affect his race down in 14th, but possibly the entire tides of this Grand Prix could be shifted this time by, because Jake Benham, closer than he has been before on Alvaro Carreton. Starting down the order was the Alfa Romeo car, not seeing himself in a lead fight for quite some time, but now in towards turn number 1. Here he goes off the exit of the first corner, Lauda curve in towards turn number 2 and 3. Oh, he goes into the back of Alvaro Carreton, and he's still going to keep on going there. 3 abreast as Borman sides his way up the inside. Can he make the mistake? Benham off the circuit, and now they're 3 abreast coming in towards turn number 4. Benham's maintained the lead as Borman still looking his way up the inside. It's a drag race in towards the downhill right-hander of Schloss Gold. There goes Borman, he goes up the inside, and now the Iranian ace leads this Grand Prix. Spectacular scenes on lap number 34. Jake Benham did all he could to maintain that lead, but he could not hold on for even one corner there, as Barry Borman, he's now got to stretch his advantage as best he can, and he can see himself on the top step of the podium.
Wow, my goodness me. Borman was... Might this be the time he turns a good qualifying result into the win? We will see. He's certainly got the advantage. Softer compound, much younger tyres, and 2 laps remaining with Benham and Carrington and Parajic. Actually, and Otmir as well. He's right in this mixture. There's lots of fighting to do. Everyone's glued themselves to the inside line. Now, is that going to be a move from Benham on Borman? Bit too far back, coming up into Remus. Bit of a nudge there. Parajic and Carrington side by side. The Ferrari and the Williams still arguing. And Otmir has decided, well, if you're going to have an argument, I'm just going to slip through. Don't mind me. Jarno Otmir may still get on the podium. Yeah, the Mercedes on the inside line of the Ferrari, on the inside line of Schloss Gold. And that is 3rd for Otmir. My goodness me, Carrington is still there. Could well get involved. It really is anybody's guess.
Absolutely, there's still 5 drivers in the picture for the win of this Grand Prix. My throat certainly suffering from this Grand Prix, but in towards for the penultimate time in this race. It has been action-packed and filled with drama. We've had 2,000 live viewers in the stream, and I hope you're all enjoying it. Make sure you subscribe, because on the final lap, we're going to see all the action. Jake Benham closing to the rear of Barry Borman. His soft tyre's not going to be in the best nick. They got to use all their resources now. Here goes Benham in towards turn number 4. It's a repeat of last time. Benham onto the grass in towards turn number 3. The braking zone has been met by the pair of them. Benham's off the circuit. like it. This is a complete parallel to what we saw in season 29. And
Wow.
Jarno Opmeer, oh my word, Jarno, the winner of the Hungarian Grand Prix, goes up the inside of the pair of them. And now he leads this race. He's only got 2 more sectors and a few more corners to go before he is a 2-time winner in this season. The only man to do it so far. It's been 5 races down and 5 different winners, but finally we're going to see a repeat victory because Jarno Opmeer, no one can contest him. Through the final 2 corners he goes. He's had everything thrown in his way. The game didn't want him to win, but off the exit of the final corner, the Flying Dutchman's done it. Jarno wins in Hungary.
I can't believe it. From disconnecting halfway through the race and to take the wind, and Borreman has detonated his car.
Absolutely. I think for the final lap, we've got to follow Jarno Opmeer throughout the entire tour because he's hardly been on our screens at this point. You know, he's stretched his advantage throughout the entire race. He had 1 fight in this Grand Prix, and that was in through 5/10 of an improvement for Jarno Opmeer. How this man... Okay, yeah, I said I'd do something. If Jarno Opmeer, I'll make a tweet, and the most liked reply, that'll be my my forfeit, because I have to do something to commemorate what this man has achieved. Jarno Opmeer is going even quicker on lap number 25 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Cast our minds back to France, where he was his win was stolen by what was a very controversial penalty. We had a break week in between. He came back through Hungary to take the win there, and then in Austria he had everything thrown at him and he took the win yet again. He has won 2 times in a row. He's a 3-time PSGL champion, and he is a 2-time F1 Esports champion. If you don't know this man's name already, it is Jarno Opmeer, and you better not forget it, because it has been a sublime performance, absolutely perfect. He's dotted his I's and he's crossed his T's throughout the entirety of this. He's got 1 more sector to go before he has won the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and surely he's going to be showboated a bit. His Twitch chat is going to be going crazy. I can see the live chat at the moment is popping, because through the final corner on lap number 25, it has been an absolute dominant performance from Jarno Opmeer today, as off the exit of the final corner for the final time and across the line, checkered flag falls for Opmeer. He is a 3-time winner this season. It's Hungary, Austria, and now Saudi Arabia. Jarno Opmeer on the top step of the podium once again.
Oh, sir, let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be all, and Opmeer sits behind him. He backs out of it. What is going to happen in the next couple of corners? This could get very, very tactical as we begin the final lap of this Grand Prix. The most successful driver ever against a man trying to win his first top-tier race. Will it be Perigny? Will it be Opmeer? Will he back out the throttle? Does it look like it? Perigny is surely going to be a sitting duck. Opmeer now with all the battery available to him as he tries to connect 4 straight victories here in PSGL. Perigny will try and defend with all his might. Here comes Opmeer though, one of the best there is. He's gaining, he's in the slipstream, he's alongside Simon Perigny, he's clear of Simon Perigny, he's back into the lead of the race, and surely now is on course to make it 4 wins in a row. What a performance from Jarno Opmeer. Hungary, Austria, Saudi, and potentially now the Belgian Grand Prix as well. Wow! Expecting him to pick up the victory. It's all about the run now, off the final corner. Canaton, is he a sitting duck, or can he defend from Jarno Opmeer? Here he comes, the Dutchman to the outside, into the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix, as he looks to make it 5 in a row. And listen to the roar from the Dutch fans on home soil. Opmeer into the lead with a final lap move. Canaton demoted to second, and it looks like it will be 5 straight wins in PSGL for Jarno Opmeer, who's in the form of his lifetime. As Opmeer goes round the outside of Thomas Ronhaar into turn 11, you rarely see that. Opmeer's trying it though, keeps it just about on the racetrack, right round the outside of Thomas Ronhaar. What a move that is. Brendan Lee keen to give Ronhaar the toe to make it even more difficult for Jarno Opmeer, but he's gone surely get the job done. Brendan Lee moves back to the inside, makes it even harder for Opmeer to get the line. Still Ronhaar keeps keeps his foot in, but Jarno Opmeer lined it up superbly out of turn 11 and going through turn 13 and 14 gets the job done and moves into P4 and moves ever closer to the front of the field. Now, next up for him, Brendan Lee. Here we are in PSGL. It doesn't get better than this. Two-time F1 Esports World Champions locking horns with 3 laps to go here. What more do you want, folks? It does not get better than this. Nearly 5,000 of you tuning in to watch the action here tonight. It's been absolutely epic. So here we go. Two-time champions racing together down towards turn 1. Is Opmeer going for the lunge? He is! From a long way back, sticks it down the inside of Brendan Lee, makes it work. Brendan Lee on the exit of the corner, tries to fight back, but as they get to the SE section, Opmeer is far enough in front, holds his place, and is into the podium places. What a battle, what a race between two of the stars of F1 Esports.
Yeah, what a driver Jarno Opmeer is.
The penultimate lap is Opmeer going to do to Longy what he did to Lee down to turn 1. He's going to switch to the inside. Longy seen it coming, has to go round the outside instead. Longy covers it off superbly. Awesome stuff from the Frenchman to fend off Jarno Opmeer. Clever driving from him. He saw what he did to Brendan Lee on the previous lap, covered off the inside and made it work brilliantly.
Like a ripple on lap number 27 of 28. Jarno Opmeer has Nicolas Longuet in his crosshairs. His target is sighted. He's using up the battery to close down this back straight, but he just can't get close enough. Can he possibly go for a lurching dive into turn number 12? It looks like it as he goes trying to go around the outside. Could try and make a switchback move here onto the French driver. He covers off the inside. There goes Opmeer to the inside line. Contact. They swap paint and bang wheels, but it's Jarno Opmeer to get ahead of Nicolas Longuet into turn number 15. He stamped his approval and he takes P2.
Oh, absolutely incredible. The elbows had to come out there from Opmeer. Longy won't be happy about it. They trade paint through 14 and 15. Absolutely incredible. We are now moving on to the final lap of this Grand Prix. What a race we have witnessed here in PSGL tonight. We're up at 5,500 of you. Incredible stuff here tonight. Opmeer will not win the championship, but can he win the race? Down towards turn 1. Thought about the lunge. Thinks better of it. He knows it's all about lining this up out of turn 11 and down towards turn 12. Barry Bouremand pulled the pin, pitted earlier than the Mercedes driver, went for the undercut, but slowly but surely, Jarno Opmeer, despite the 2-second delta per lap on the undercut, has slowly whittled the gap down, has reeled in the Iranian driver, and you can see him struggling for grip, sliding like crazy all over the SE section, and Opmeer is now like a lion prowling his prey, ready to pounce as they make their way through turn 11, and now we will see the DRS open. You can see the ERS being used by Jarno Opmeer, the reigning champion, closing in on Barry Bouremand. This is going to be easy. He breezes past him down the straight. Can Barry fight back? He's going to try maybe down the inside, round the outside tries Barry Bouremand. He can't quite do it, and Opmeer's made it work. He pitted later, and in the end, he always finds the answer. He's found the answer again, and it's going to be a 6th win in 7 races here in PSGL. Quite phenomenal form from Jarno Opmeer as he now negotiates turn 17 and turn 18. It's been a simply sensational performance. There will be no championship today. He couldn't quite outscore Barry Bouremand by 11 points. The Iranian has made him wait for one more week, but round the final corner, Jarno Opmeer crosses the line, wins the United States Grand Prix here in Kota. Barry Bouremand 2nd, Nicolas Longuet 3rd.
Season 34 this time. He'll take a race win here in PSGL, but that's not the story. It's Jarno Opmeer, everyone. The GOAT. Speaking of the words from Jack Cannan, the GOAT is indeed back. Jarno Opmeer, he is your champion here in Season 34 of PSGL. Will open up now for Istvan Pukki as he now launches a charge on the Flying Dutchman. He goes defensive, maintains the place at the front of the field, but there's still a small matter of still one final hairpin to go. They're going to come together again, surely. Fassi, though, trying to close them down. He'll have his chance. In comes Pukki now on the outside of Jarno Opmeer, who has the favourable inside. Pukki, though, running out wide now on the exit of the final bend. Pukki with the lead. He's got a nose in front, but as they head up towards the line, it'll be a drag race up towards the checkered flag. It's Jarno Opmeer. Incredible. He has won by 5 thousandths of a second. Absolutely sensational. sensational.
Played this so patiently, and what a story this has been for the Flying Dutchman. After having a big spell of bad luck, double stacking behind his teammate was not the option, and there, oh my word, Thomas Rana sandbagging Alfie Butcher around the outside of them both, and Alfie Butcher all of a sudden, Nathan, into the lead of this race. What have we just witnessed? Thomas Rana trying to sandbag, allow for Jan Ortmeier to go through, and they both of them have paid the price. Here comes Alfie Butcher leading the way on towards lap number 36. Thomas Rana and Jan Ortmeier doing battle, heading in towards turn number 1. This is when you've got to deploy it all on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Thomas Rana to the lead of this race. Jan Ortmeier following on through, but Thomas Rana taking P1 and Jan Ortmeier sitting behind in second. Indeed, because we could see there now Jarno going to have to try and close him, but Thomas has DRS into turn 4, so we'll still see a battle, and he's got a little bit wide. This is allowing Jarno to get into the outside. He goes, will it be Jarno, will it be Thomas, who has to lead in towards turn 4. Thomas breaks later, has the inside line, but he goes steep, he goes very deep. That allows Jarno to go right in the outside, contact between the two, and they go ghost as they head in towards turn 6. I think Jarno's got it here.
Jan Ortmeier leading the way on the final lap of this race. Thomas Rana falling at the final hurdle. He played the tactics to perfection, but it hasn't worked out, unfortunately. And Jarno Ortmeier, undeniable from the very beginning, on pole in the wet. He faced adversity throughout this entire Grand Prix with a good deal of luck from his teammate Jake Benham, doing a fantastic job defending. Jarno Ortmeier, your championship leader. The confetti, the fireworks all over, littering the circuit through the Peraltada for the final time. Thomas Rana can do no more. Jarno Ortmeier, 2 weeks in a row, will take victory here in PSGL. What a race from the Flying Dutchman.
They're struggling to keep going. There's 18 that's been served on them, and we could see possibly a late puncture here for one of those on the hards. We can see, of course, Jarno Ortmeier now into P12, and with the penalties, he's looking to be in the top 10.
He certainly is. He's in P12, not forgetting the penalties above. Jarno has got a P10 on the table. A great chance here now to close out the championship in great fashion. Of course, the title has been on the line. Jarno has been stellar in his last 4 races, taking victory back to back to back to back, with 5 wins in his last 6. Tom Manley, though, a sensational race here at Spa. The AlphaTauri driver comes across the line. It's victory for Tom Manley. The man hits the top with Danny Berejnay in second. Freddie Rasmussen takes a blistering third. Istvan Pukki in 4th. What a race, and without a doubt, one of the most sensational performances through the course of a season. Jarno Ortmeier is your champion.
So it's not over, even if we don't get a move here on Stowe. But De Capua round the outside. Moreno defending it with his life, and he keeps the inside, and he's still in front. Now the final chance, De Capua. Can he get it here? He's gonna try. He's gonna send it. Oh,
he's desperate.
He pushes him off the track.
Look at Ortmeier's through, he's going through and he's taking it. Yeah, Berejnay makes contact at the final corner and he can't take it, but it is Jarno Ortmeier who wins the 3rd and final race of the day, taking 2 cars in the final corner.
5 lights are on. They go out, and we're racing for the 2nd time this season in torrential rain. They inch away from the grid, and they are skating their way into contention. Barry Borman's lost the lead immediately. Marcel Kiefer takes P1, then it's Borman, then it's Lucas Blakely, fresh off the back of that first ever victory in F1 esports, and then it's Rasmussen, Donoso, Haddad, Hadowo up to 6th position, Haddad down to 7th, then the 2 Ferraris, the top 10 rounded out by Joni Tormela, but it's treacherous out there.
Oh, you can see the puddles. It's absolutely torrential out there. As you can see, the Red Bull of Rasmussen having a little look up the inside. There's Blakely and Donoso fighting as well, and the rear ends are flying all over the place.
Jarno Ortmeier started on the intermediate time. If Jarno Ortmeier starts taking time out of David Tanitsa, then you know that the intermediate tyre is the one to be on. Donoso prepared to give up good track position. Not the only one. Not the only one. Are they all coming in for the inters now? Have the conditions changed? Ortmeier, Moreno, Tormela and Longuet, keep your eyes on that gaggle, because if it is time for inters, they have gambled, and that gamble is in play. Plenty now into the pits.
Yeah, it's drying up, drying up.
Oh, Otmir's 6 seconds clear of Donoso, who was P4 before he pitted.
Jarno Otmir took the pain earlier on, dropped back to 18th position, and now finds himself having kept it pointing in the right direction. Kiefer is coming in, Boromund is coming in, Lucas Blakely as well, and they are pouring in to the pits. So Lucas Blakely was running in P3, comes in. This is a fascinating, fascinating second race of the year. Freddie Rasmussen is the new race leader.
Someone's in the pits,
Donoso comes into the pits. Fabrizio Donoso's gonna gamble. Oh, it's game show time in F1 Esports. Donoso goes first. He's not the only one.
Yes, you pit. Yes, pit, yeah, pit, big time, pit. Yes, let's go. Right, he's in, careful with the entry.
Oh, this is fascinating.
DRS enabled as well. It is drying out.
That is, they would not do that if it wasn't dry, and now everyone's going to have to respond. Watch the graphic on the left-hand side for Fabrizio Donoso. Did he go early? Was he brave? Was he bold? Or will Otmir, having gambled once, responding, will he keep the lead? This is where we're going to find out. They've all come in. Watch Donoso's name on the left-hand side. It's going to be a few moments. Right, up to 6th, up to 3rd. Where's Donoso? Coming out. There's the race leader. Fabrizio Donoso takes the lead.
Unbelievable. Fabrizio Donoso in the Alpine leads the race by only 0.6 of a second from Otmir. This is not over.
Wow, this is absolutely phenomenal. A race of 2 gambles, and now it's Alpine, who were in contention for such a long time. In the first race of the year with long... Oh, he's wide, and he's treacherous out there. They're still... If you move away from the wet racing line, you might open the door, and Otmir doesn't need a second invitation. What a battle into the final stages now. Donoso up against Otmir, both of them on the soft tyres. We have a race on dries, having started on full wets. We're now racing on slicks, and it's Longue with the fastest lap. Donoso, Otmir, and Kiefer, the top 3.
We had a 3-way fight, round 1 Bahrain. We now have Otmir on the back of Donoso for the race lead from 14th on the grid. This has worked out perfectly for Jarno and the Mercedes driver. Can he get him into the hairpin?
Well, he's in the traction zone now. He's in the slipstream. Can he take the lead? Jarno Otmir's going for it. There's no defence offered by Donoso. Was he caught unawares there? Jarno Otmir's got back through. Extraordinary stuff. Was Donoso trying the up and under? There wasn't much of a contest, but Otmir back at the head of the field. Those early laps when you're on the wrong tyre, when the main task was keep it pointing in the right direction, has led him to the final corner of the last lap, and you are watching one of the great drives of F1 Esports completed. Jarno Otmir is the brilliant winner in China after a sensational drive in the wet, a sensational drive in the dry, and that smile tells you all you need to know.
Oh, this is going to be so now, Matt. This is going to be so close. So which way are they going to go? Jarno to the inside. David Tanitsa can't find any way on the racetrack to get through. Jarno and Marcel going to be side by side through the sequence of corners, but it's going to be Jarno Otmir who takes P2 away from Marcel Kiefer. David Tanitsa enters the fight as well now. Marcel going defensive. He doesn't know which way to go, David Tanitsa. He's going to have to settle for P4 at the moment.
That is such a difficult part of the racetrack to follow, but Otmir's in the box seat. He's bringing Freddie Rasmussen as well. He's in the position to go for it.
He's let him through. He's let him through.
He's gone tactical, and Nicolas Longue drops down to 3rd position. Is it going to be a mistake? Otmir takes the race lead. Could this swing open for Freddie Rasmussen, who was P3 at the start of the last lap? Nicolas Longue trying to play the tactics, but it's Rasmussen versus Otmir to win this race. He's not close enough at the moment. Well, he was out of form yesterday. Throw that out the window. Jarno Otmir back on top, and he crosses the line to win that Kota with a superb performance to go back into the lead of the championship. Freddie Rasmussen P2, and Nicolas Longue had the lead on the last lap, but finishes P. This is the closest that we've seen Rasmussen all the way. Can he stay close now? Can he go for it? Is it wide? Is it wide?
He let him through.
Wide. So he went tactical. He went tactical at the end. Freddie Rasmussen has the race lead. Was it tactical? Tactical, was it the right way to go? He's trying to break the toe. The Red Bull leads, and he's on to the last lap. Did Jarno Opmeer go tactical? And did he get it right, or did he get it wrong? Because Rasmussen's got P1, but is it the right way to go? Opmeer diving to the inside. Opmeer plays it to perfection and regains the lead. Tactical masterclass at this stage. Opmeer ahead of Rasmussen. Well, he stood on the brakes. He let his rival go. He got to the DRS point, but it's not over yet. Opmeer versus Rasmussen for the championship, and Opmeer has got it right. That's so close to contact, and Jarno Opmeer, if he can keep it on the road, is going to have the championship lead of 18 points, having got his tactics absolutely right. Confidence and execution from a champion, separated across the line by less than half a second. Jarno Opmeer brilliantly wins in Mexico City to take an 18-point advantage into the final race of the year. He's beaten Freddie Rasmussen, and he's put one hand on the championship trophy. Freddie Rasmussen with a brilliant drive, 10th on the grid to victory. Freddie Rasmussen scores his 10th win in F1 Esports, and surely one of his finest. He comes over the line, then it's Lucas Blakely, Sebastian Job, and the moment's arrived for the Dutch driver. Oh, has he been stressed in the last half hour. But Jarno Opmeer is the F1 Esports champion of 2021. He takes the Pro Championship for the second year in a row, and it's the double for Jarno Opmeer. Burman draining the battery, Ron Hard draining it as well. They're coming into picture, now heading down to the 12th corner on the racetrack. Ron Hard trying to take it away, tries the swap, tries the dummy, bold, brilliant, wheel banging off the road for Burman, and Jarno Opmeer might take him here. This is extraordinary. Jarno Opmeer's got into the lead momentarily. He's off the road. It's gone wild. It's gone absolutely wild at the end. Jarno Opmeer takes the lead. The driver in P3 is off, and now it's Ron Hard. It's barely believable. Jarno Opmeer's going to do it. He's going to win 2 races back to back. Ron Hart got past, and the man who started the final lap in the lead has dropped to 4th. And you really did have to see it to believe it. The finest 3 races in F1 Esports history come to a close with Jarno Opmeer the winner for the second year in a row in Austin. Thomas Ronhaar in second, and returning to the podium, Brendan Lee. Yes, that really did just happen. But this man's day has finally arrived. Round the final corner for the final time. Jarno Opmeer is a winner again in F1 Esports. He takes his first win of the year. Barry Burman comes over the line in second. Thomas Ronhaar kept Kiefer at bay. That could be crucial in the championship battle. Kiefer in 4th, Josh Edo in 5th, then Longay, Blakely, Benham, Clay, Tormula and Freddie Rasmussen with all the pace in the world.
In the mind games.
Look at it all behind here. The medium tyres are fading for Nicholas Longay, and here's Opmeer, and here's Blakely, and here's Longay, and here's turn 9, and will he roar around the outside and take the position? Stand back and admire that one. Jarno Opmeer from the top shelf.
Nicholas Longay right in front of him, where he overtakes and starts to back them all up to help out Jarno Opmeer as much as possible, which you, of course, alluded to earlier, George. So Jarno Opmeer now right behind Tom Mandy. He's having a look around the outside. No. Can he do it at the outside here? No, but he can switch it back and absolutely fly off the corner on the inside, on the old start-finish straight. What a move there from Jarno Opmeer.
The Flying Dutchman is in full flight. Soft tyres now with huge amounts of grip available to him here in the closing stage to this race. A mere 8 laps is all that's left. Rasmussen knows that he needs to go to work. He's on the same compounded tyre, just a lap older than the Flying Dutchman, as they now make their way through Maggots and Beckett's. Next up, Barry Burman, the relentlessly fast Iranian, is going to come under distinct pressure from the Great Dane, who gets right at his wheel tracks. He quickly moves to the inside, can't get the move through Stowe, but nonetheless, a statement of intent. Just look at the gaps, and Opmeer is on the attack again.
Yeah, Freddie Rasmussen trying to do what Jarno Opmeer is, and he goes up the inside into Club and Vale, but Barry Burman will now have the inside, so he's got to have the grip around the outside. Barry squeezes him right up to the edge of the circuit, but keeps it fair. He's still on the track. There's still will to wheel, and this is not going to help Freddie Rasmussen with this strategy at all. He needs to get past Barry as soon as possible. Jarno Opmeer has overtaken Josh Edu further up ahead, and his teammate has now overtaken Barry Burman, but Barry's still holding it in there. He's going to have the inside line as they go into the loop, but Freddie Rasmussen with that grip around the outside, can he push pull it off? Yes, he can. And he's now up into 9th position in this race. But Jarno Opmeer has now overtaken Ismail Fassi. He's into P4 and he is hunting down this race win. We've got plenty of laps left to go. Surely he's going to take it.
Rasmussen making, I would classify, one of the moves of the race, heading down in towards Village, in towards the loop. A stellar switch back, and he found the momentum coming off the back of fellow Red Bull Academy member Jed Norgrove. Opmeer now for an assault into the podium equation, takes down a champion named Lucas Blakely. They come together, Jarno tasting potential victory, and he's only got 3 laps of wear on these soft tyres. Strap yourselves in, folks, this is going to be sensational. Danny Berejnay still out in front, Mercedes 1 and 3, Longue quivering in his boots, knows he must break past Danny Berejnay, the Hungarian sensation, can't keep him down. The Frenchman still going at him, but he remains in P2. But here comes the Flying Dutchman, Jarno Opmeer, looking for yet another race win in the Formula One Sim Racing World Championship.
What a drive this is from Jarno Opmeer. Incredible stuff, just picking his way through the field. Let's take a look at a replay of some of those moves. This is on Ismail Fassi at the moment. We missed this because we were watching Freddie Rasmussen up the inside into that corner, which is the loop there, and Ismail Fassi just kind of gave it away pretty easily. Saw that, you know, Jarno Opmeer has the better tyres. There's no need to fight this. I'm interested in what's going to happen here. Jarno Opmeer is going to get past Nicolas Longue. Surely he's on the much better tyres. He's heading down now into the Wellington Straight. We'll have DRS open. We'll pull over to the inside line. Danny Berejnay will hold it on the right-hand side. They're going 3 wide into Brooklands. Jarno Opmeer on the inside. Nicolas Longue right around the outside of both of them. Jarno Opmeer, though, outside through Luffield. Can he pull it off? Can he hold it? Yes, he can. And he takes the lead of this race. But for a moment there, his battery was flashing. Maybe he's going to be out ever so slightly. But Nicolas Longue has loads of battery to his name. Those soft tyres, though, are they going to drop off by the end of this race?
And Jarno Opmeer still has a comfortable gap in between he and Nicolas Longue. Longue getting close, though, on the entrance to Stowe Corner. Both of them using all their energy. Longue's got one only chance left to go, and that is failing club. But Opmeer comes in off, and indeed, the 2-time champion rises once again for the first time this season. It's another race win. It's 10 race wins in F1 sim racing history for Jarno Opmeer. He takes victory with Danny Berejnay securing a Mercedes 1 and 3. Nicolas Longue finishes second.